It's Kitty Cat. Um, Today I would have wrote it down beforehand because this is just a thing that's a really big deal to me that I kind of want to explain that I don't know how to explain it to certain people in my life. And this is how I'm going to do it because these certain people watch my channel, luckily enough, and so I'm talking to them through here. And if you watch this video, if you're easily bothered by things like this, you're gonna want to leave. So, the story started when I was 8. I was all types of happy all the time. I would hang out with anyone and everyone. The longest I'd ever walked was a couple blocks away, and that was to visit my friend. I was all types of happy then. And nothing could go wrong with the world. I would wear skirts and I would wear shorts outside, and I had no problem showing my arms or my legs because I thought that I was beautiful and that I deserved to be shown, because my mama showed me that I was beautiful, and she told me that I was beautiful and that nobody could change this. But she was wrong, and I found this out very quickly because as soon as I was showed that my beauty was only purity, and purity can be tainted, and tainting it hurts more than being pure, I realized I wasn't pure anymore, and that I couldn't not do that, and that it hurt, and that I didn't like it, and that I couldn't handle it. But I pretended to handle it. I pretended that it was all just a big nightmare and that it didn't really happen, and that whatever I thought happened didn't happen to me because it was a nightmare. It was just a bad dream, right? It wasn't actually happening to me, right? This wasn't what was happening, right? And then thinking it was all a bad dream turned into, you're the one who followed him. You're the one who said yes. You're the one who decided it was okay. And you're the one who lied to yourself. And it triggered so much in me. It triggered my depression and my anxiety and my fear of showing any part of my skin, because I thought that if I showed my skin, I'm over sexualizing myself, and if I over sexualize myself, then I am asking for it, and I do not want to ask for it. I do not want it to happen again. I did not want that situation again. You guys are already 4 minutes in, and you don't even know what I'm talking about unless you read the title. When I was 8 years old, I was happy. But that changed in the blink of an eye, and it terrified me. When I was 8, I had a crush on a boy that I was dating, as little kids would put it, when I was in 2nd grade. and I was happy. I thought it was all types of cute. I'd kiss him on the cheek, and when girls told me I had cooties, I didn't believe it. Me and my brother always went over to his house. We always hung out with him. His parents weren't normally home. I didn't think too much of it. I just thought that they were at work, like my mama. And we were at his house one time, and my brother was playing video games like he normally was. It was also fun. I was being all adorable with him, and hugging him and kissing him on the cheek. He had tried making out, which for us was, I'm going to put my tongue in your mouth, and I thought, saliva, that belongs in your mouth, that belongs in my mouth, but it does not belong in each other's mouths. And so I decided against that idea. But he had asked me while my brother was playing a video game, hey, do you want to go play a game? I said, yeah, sure, let's go play a game. And so he pulled me out of that room, and we started walking down the hallway, and we wound up in his mama's room. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, maybe we're just playing hide and go seek or dress up. Keep in mind, I didn't know what boys played. But, he had told me to sit on the bed. And so I did, and he sat right next to me, and he put his hand on my knee. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought, oh, he just wants to touch my knee, whatever. But, his knee slowly started to travel up my inner thigh, and I didn't know what was happening. I just knew that I felt a little bit uncomfortable, and that I thought that this can't be right. This isn't a game. But he just told me to relax, and it was a game that he made up. So I calmed down, and I let it continue. After a while of him having his hand on my inner thigh, he had started playing with the line of my panties, and I told him to stop, and that wasn't right. That was my spot. And once again he said, oh no, it's just a game. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything bad. Don't you trust me? And he was my so-called boyfriend at the time. I had to trust him. I had to. But eventually, he had gotten my panties down to around knee level, and I was confused. I wasn't sure if what we were doing was right. I could feel that it wasn't. But he told me to stand up. So I stood up, and I had bent over to pull up my panties. The next thing I knew, he had my face against the covers of the mattress. Well, on the mattress, and he had started rubbing his member on me, and I panicked and I tried to sit up. I tried to say, no, this is wrong. This isn't what little girls are supposed to do. And he just pushed me back down and told me it was just a game. And so I thought it was just a game, and I thought that he was only playing and that nothing was going to happen. When he had started to insert himself into my ass, which sounds extremely childish with me putting it that way, I know, but this wasn't childish. When he had started to, it hurt, and I started to get really worried, and I thought that I was gonna bleed or that he was gonna break me or something stupid like that. And he had just told me to calm down and that it was just a game and that I wasn't going to get hurt. And so he continued after putting me back down onto the mattress, and I was trying to avoid what was happening. I didn't know. I just wanted to focus on something different. The sheets were rough against my face. It turned one of my cheeks red. I had to wash my face so that no one would notice that I had a red splotch on my face. And just shaking a bit. After he was done, he acted like I was something useless, and he cleaned himself up and pointed me in the direction of the bathroom and said that I should clean up too, so that my mama wouldn't know, and that if I told anyone, then they'd want to play our special game too, and that I should never tell anyone. So I didn't. He never talked to me again, or at least didn't make a full attempt to. He avoided me in school. Eventually he moved, which I was so fucking thankful for. But from then until I was about 11, I was thinking it was just a bad dream. It was just a bad dream. It didn't actually happen. He didn't actually do that to you. It was just a bad dream. You can have bad dreams, right? You can have dreams like that, right? But it took me so many years before I finally accepted that it wasn't just a dream and that it actually happened. And I thought it was all my fault. I was asking for it. I was dating him. I was wearing a dress. maybe it was all my fault. I'm the one who said yes. I'm the one who went back there with him, and I made this decision. It's all my fault. But it wasn't my fault. I was 8. I didn't even know how babies were made. I still thought it was a stork, or that the Powerpuff Girls version of making daughters. And I decided that it wasn't my fault. It took me forever to figure this out, but it wasn't my fault. I didn't tell him to. It wasn't my fault. Right? Anywho, outro. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you if you're watching this video right now and you aren't already, click that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.